Good morning. It's Monday. Welcome back to my channel. This is going to be a day in my life. I haven't done one of these in a while for this channel, so I figured I would start filming once a day. It's Monday. I'm currently working, and I thought it would be beneficial to show you guys that we're still doing homeschool and how it has changed and grown for us since my boys have gotten older. That is my youngest. He's currently just coloring a picture. He's really into Dragon Ball Z, so he's been like starting a collection over there for me, and he's adding to it this morning. I'm working, so what I'm about to do though is to try and make me something to eat really quick and maybe an iced coffee, and then I'll continue working, and I'll pick up the camera I guess when I'm done working so that you guys can see like what time I typically finish up and what time we start homeschool. I'll also try to show you bits and pieces of what the boys do while I'm working until it's time for homeschool, like how I keep them busy or they keep themselves busy. So I thought that would be beneficial in some way. So yeah, just showing you a nice little day in my life as it is right now. I wouldn't necessarily call this a routine. Our routines have been changing a lot because our life has been changing a lot lately. So we don't necessarily have a set routine. If you hear me sniff, which you will be hearing me sniff a lot, a symptom that I have been experiencing as a part of this pregnancy is called pregnancy rhinitis. And it's kind of like allergies. It looks like allergies, like my eyes drain, my nose drains, but it's not allergies. It's just a symptom of being pregnant, and my nose drains a lot. You may even see me walking around here with a piece of tissue lodged up one side of my nose to keep it from like dripping. I know that's so disgusting. So just wanted to say hello and introduce the vlog.
Squares down on me.
It is now 12:20. The boys are currently eating lunch and I'm still working. I got about 45 minutes until I'm done with work for the day, and then we'll slowly get started with homeschool. Homeschool doesn't really have like a start sorry. Homeschool doesn't really have like a start time, a hard start time. It's just we do homeschool after mom is done with work. Sometimes we'll have lunch later in the day and I'll make lunch like right when I'm done with work, and then we'll flow into homeschool. But there's never like we have to start doing this by this time exactly, you know. It's just like steps, I guess, and that's kind of what we base our routine off of. It's like after you do this, then this needs to get done, and this needs to get done before you can do this. So that's just kind of how our schedule is. After mom gets done with work, we go into homeschool. I actually need to do my hair though, because I washed and blow dried it last night and I did not have the energy to do anything else to it, so I actually need to flat iron it so that it's not as poofy. So I'll probably do that really fast. It shouldn't take me too long, and then we'll get into homeschool since they're eating lunch, and I should probably eat something at some point today. Realistic here, not at all healthy, nor is it advised. I haven't eaten anything today. It's 12:22 and I have not had any food. I've had water and coffee on an empty stomach. I haven't even taken my prenatal vitamin yet because I haven't eaten. Usually my husband brings me breakfast and that's how I eat my first meal of the day. But he didn't today. He had to rush to work. So I haven't eaten. After I finish up with work, I'll make myself a good lunch and then do something to my hair. And then we'll get into homeschool. We started homeschool for today. Pretty late, I might add. It's like almost 3 o'clock, I think. Literally. And it's because I went over on work today. Typically I only work 5 hours a day, but the holidays are approaching. So I've been doing a little bit more than that, trying to do a little bit more than that every day. But we started homeschool. I like to start with, I teach one kid at a time. So right now it's JoJo's turn. It's usually whoever's sitting at this desk. They have to go first and then the other person is on the computer. The thing that they're doing on the computer, the other person is doing is IXL. If you're familiar with that. If not, I'll talk about that in a future video. But right now he's on IXL doing that while JoJo is doing his first thing of the day, which is sentence practice. He's tracing a sentence and writing a sentence. We're working on sentence structure with them both, making sure that it's a 5-star sentence, capital letters, finger spaces, sounding out words to spell. If you can't spell it, sound it out the best that you can, checking your work and making sure there's a punctuation mark at the end. So he's working on that like independently. Obviously if he needs help, if he has a question, like I don't mind helping, but that is something he should be able to do on his own after being given instructions. And I am about to sit here and sharpen our pencils. We only have like 6 pencils and they all need to be sharpened and the erasers are gone on all of them. I'm a little annoyed because I know I have like a whole box of pencils, but they're all in storage. So we've been like working these pencils to the bone. I could just go out and buy more pencils, but knowing that I have a whole box of pencils in storage, I don't want to spend the money on them because I've already spent the money on them. But I think I'm just gonna have to either have my husband take a trip out to the storage unit or go buy some more pencils. So yeah, just letting you know that we've started homeschool for the day. I don't know how long I'll record this process because it's obviously a distraction already, which I knew that it would be, which is typically why I don't film during homeschool, which is why I have decided not to do like too much homeschool content on this channel anymore. I don't want it to be a distraction for them. Homeschool doesn't take us, it's not an all-day thing anyway, so like the time that we are spending doing homeschool, I don't want them to be distracted, obviously. Now remember, when we're writing a sentence, there's a finger space. Yeah, if you don't put a finger space in between your words, then they all kind of run together and it looks like one very long word. Unstoppable. Unstoppable. What does that mean?
That means no one can defeat you.
Exactly. So let's raise this again.
I am unstoppable.
Okay, last one.
I never give up.
Good job. Alright guys, we are done with homeschool and work for the day. It's been a successful day as it usually is. We got done, we started a little later, so we got done around 5:30. Typically like I said, we don't have like set times, we have like windows. Typically I'm done with work a little earlier, but like I said, I've been working over just for the holiday sake. And so I got off work a little later, which means we started homeschool a little later. And so we didn't finish homeschool till like 5:30. So it was successful. I think I briefly mentioned IXL Learning. I'll put the spelling of it here on the screen. It's just like a subscription-based learning platform. It's super popular. If you don't already know about it, I will make a separate video where I go more into detail. It's not sponsored whatsoever. I just introduced the internet and computer learning this school year. So I got them a little Chromebook from Walmart earlier this year, and so we've been using that. It helps a lot when I'm working with one child for them to still be doing something educational, the other child to be doing something educational. My oldest is approaching the age where he'll be able to do like curriculum and stuff on his own, but he's not quite there yet. He's 7, so I want to give him more one-on-one time with that. He is reading phenomenally, so like reading instructions, following instructions is something he's able to do, but there's still, obviously he needs like guidance. He can't just like read the curriculum and learn it himself with examples. I do find a lot of the time the curriculum that I use, I will follow it, but then I will expand upon it myself, because sometimes I feel like they don't give you enough, or sometimes I feel like they give you too much, just depending on the kid. So I will read the curriculum, go through the lesson with him, and then if I feel like he needs extra problems or like extra work in that area, I'll do that separately. But IXL is another really good way to double down on that information. It goes grades K through 12. I even think it's pre-K. Anyway, it goes K through 12, and there's different lessons that they can do based, I believe, on like the what's it called? Like the state standards, because it does ask for the state when you sign up. It is subscription based. And it gives you like lessons for each state standard. I love that, because although we obviously are not necessarily going by state standards, anytime that I see something in the curriculum that I think he needs more assistance with, I will go through, and 9 times out of 10 there is extra practice problems that correlate with what I think he needs more work with for both of my kids. So I love that. I also love the social studies aspect that they have of it. It's great to like introduce certain things, and then once it's been introduced to them through that, I will then make a lesson on my own about that social studies concept. Like currently we are learning the Pledge of Allegiance, and we're learning about like different government systems and different monuments and things like that, so that should be easily recognizable to kids. So we're learning about that, and I introduced that to them through IXL, and then I came up with lessons and stuff on my own to like, you know, build it up. Hopefully that makes sense. And yeah, I think that's all that I wanted to share with you guys for today. That was my day of working and homeschooling. It's literally almost like a 9 to 5, because I start my day before 9 o'clock, but I start my day, have work, and then we're usually done with homeschool by what time most people would be done with, you know, or getting home from work. So it works out. It literally just feels like I have a shift. They just kind of like blend together, and we have been loving and enjoying our homeschool journey so far. Yeah, extremely blessed that we're able to do this. So if you enjoyed today's video, I would really appreciate it if you would give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment, share this video with someone that you think would find it useful. And if you stayed until the very end of today's video, please leave this emoji to let me know that you stayed until the very end. That helps my channel out when you watch the entirety of the video. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys in my next video.